Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dale Caston Memorial Stadium on the campus of Amite School Center in Liberty, Mississippi for tonight's ball game between the homestanding Amite School Center Rebels We had a little bit of technical difficulties. We are definitely not production experts, are we there, Carly?
Absolutely not.
11:47 remaining. First play from scrimmage. Gabe Jazz goes for about 12 yards. So he almost picks up the penalty yardage from the personal foul called against the Bucks. Here comes the offense, slot to the near side of the field. There'll be Daniels in the slot with Burford beside him. Here comes Daniels in motion. Speed play to Kelly Daniels. He's got it. Trying to get to corner. He's got it. He's across the 40, inside the 40. Breaking a couple of tackles, making people miss. And now he'll go inside the 35-yard line. Will Kelly Daniels, but he's electric when he touches the football.
He can move. Every time you touch it, you know a big play's coming. And it looks like maybe there was a hold or a blocking the back on the offense there.
Well, we did get a crew that is notorious for throwing the flags a lot. I don't know. It's the MAIS. I don't know what else to say, but let's see. And this is definitely for the Buccaneers. You don't want to come out and see flags like this.
It's a drive killer every time.
I brought this up a couple of weeks ago. If we paid as much attention to player safety as we do all the little stuff, we'd probably be in really good shape.
Yep.
Here we go. Twins to the other side. Here's a quick throw out to Daniels. Daniels makes one miss. Now he's moving forward. He is across the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. What a nice job. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds short of that, looks like, at about the 40-yard line.
You get the ball in his hands. I mean, that was a dead play.
Right, yeah,
he had
it was.
three guys there. He made a move and got positive yards.
Correct. I mean, you pick up 9 when you should have had maybe -1.
Right.
Here we go. Second down for the Buccaneers. Ball rest on the ASC 40-yard line. 10 minutes, 22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Split backs in the backfield. Give to Bubby Bryant. Bryant just rumbling through there and just driving across. Pretty good job up front by that offensive line to open up a big gap. And Bryant's going to pick up another 7 yards. That'll be first down and 10 for the Buccaneers. This is what you wanted to see. Get those kinks worked out, come off the football, and make something happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bryant was at another 150 yards after this game, Ted.
Oh, here we go.
There it is, another flag. They're going to call it on Kelly Daniels, or he's not on the line.
I don't know. Evidently, he was not where he was supposed to be, or he left early one. 9:48 now. Buccaneers will reset. First down and 15. So 4 penalties before we have gotten halfway through a drive here. And so Daniels ask if he's off this time. Here's a snap, looking to throw the football. LJ's going to run it. Nobody there, and he's going to pick back up at least the 5 yards that was lost on the penalty. Looks like going to mark it back at the original line of scrimmage.
We talked about a little bit about this last week, is him growing last week, making bad decisions. Nothing was there. He took it and got positive yards.
Right. And this is the first time we've seen anyone just single up over on the side with Kelly. Very interested to see how long it takes Coach to get to it. Now they're going into 2 deep safety. Now they're rolling the safety over. So this is where you watch that tight end straight up the field. There's Daniels. He's out there and he's open. It's all over, boys. Touchdown Buccaneers. They're not going to catch him, and if that safety can't make the read early, it's over.
And it looked like there was some miscommunication there between the corner and the safety, busted coverage.
Well, and the thing about it is, it's like, okay, what if he breaks inside? I got to be ready for the break inside on the post. All right, he goes to the outside. Well, I'm the corner. I'm expecting safety help over the top. Well, bless his heart, he can't get there because, let me tell you something, near 4.3 speed is just it's just incredible.
And you know how hard it's going to be for me to say this, but that kind of looked like what happened to LSU with Arkansas when the guy was just down the field.
Yeah.
Just miscommunication, busted coverage.
Kick is good.
The kick by Bullseye Alex Brock is good. Off the snap of Jude Rawls and the hold of Raiden Rayburn. As on the Buccaneers take a 7-0 lead early here in the first quarter. So 9-12 game. Now, interesting thing, I know you watched film on ASC this week. I watched a lot of film on ASC to get a gauge of them. You know, this is a young football team. This is a football team with some athletes on it. They do a really good job. I've been very impressed as I've watched film now. Everybody said, well, Phil, they haven't won a ball game. Well, that's not the point. The point is these kids play hard. They play fast.
They're physical.
And I tell you, Dan Ware has done one heck of a job getting these guys ready for football games. And when I tell you creative, he's gotten real creative. And he told me on the field earlier, I don't know if he's telling me the truth or not, because, you know, you and I both know coaches have been known to not tell the full truth.
Right.
But he tells me that we're going to see a little single wing tonight, which, well, that takes it back to the good old days, if you will. So let's see what happens. Ronnie's going to kick it off.
Another thing you may see, Coach, is a swinging gate, and he'll do it anywhere on the field.
Anywhere on the field. And the old Evangel stretch it out triple. There's the kick from Brock. He's going to bounce it down. It's going to get to about the 20. Here comes the return man, and he's got some space because it just looks as if the Buccaneers are stopping. And once again, if there's a weakness in this football team, it is special teams. It's special teams. 36-yard line, let's see, 37, let's call it the 37-yard line of ASC is where they will start. And last week, the quarterback, I'm going to let you get this roster back up for me here, this computerized deal. Here we go, swinging gate right out of the box. And the quarterback's going to be Michael Provost. He's going to have Morris beside him in the backfield. On a quick throw out, ball's going to hit the ground. That one might have gone backwards. And let's see if they're going to give it to the Buccaneers.
Tucker Pittman.
And they are. Let's see. Hold on. Yep. That ball was thrown backwards. And therefore, it's Buccaneer football. And boy, that's a huge mistake for ASC right off the bat.
Right off the bat. Good job by Tucker to get on the ball, not try to pick it up. Don't be fancy with it. Just make sure you get the fumble recovery.
So Larkin Jenkins will come back out. He will have Burford. He will have Rayburn. And Daniels at the receiver spots. He'll have Bubby Bryant in the backfield, and on runs Gabe Jazz at the very end. So Jazz, so trips to the near side. First time we've seen trips this year. Snap of the ball. LJ looking for somewhere to throw, nothing there, and he's going to be taken down. He fumbles the football, and the Buccaneers will recover. They're going to call him down, though. There's going to be a penalty for holding against the Buccaneers.
So how many flags? Is that 5 or 6 now?
That's going to be, in my count has 5. That's 5 flags on the Bucks. That's going to be declined, and that's a really smart move right there by Dan Ware. You know, hey, you can go up top, so let's make it second down now for the Buccaneers, the second and a chunk. So it's going to be second and 22 now for the Buccaneers. Daniels back to the near side. Now they're going to walk 2 over this way, which should open up running lanes. Here we go. Give to Jazz inside, lots of room straight up the middle. And he's going to pick up 10, 11 yards back there to make it third down and 10 now for the Buccaneers. And the nice part about this part of the field, you got a couple of options. You're probably going to go for it on fourth down.
Either way.
But you also have Brock, who is very capable of making these kicks. Let's see what Coach Jason Johnson dials up here in this situation with 8 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Bucks up 7-0.
And if there's ever a game where you're going to try to utilize Brock and give him a chance to, build his confidence, this would be the one right here.
So now the Buccaneers going trips to the opposite side, to the top of your screen. You'll see trips. Jenkins going to snap it. Wants to throw. He's looking. Doesn't throw it. And now finally throws it away.
And another good decision by him to get rid of the ball. Just kind of got nervous. He was getting hauled down by one of those defensive tackles. And, you know, he has that ball way out here away from his body. That could have been a bad result for the Buccaneers.
So that'll bring up 4th down for the Buccaneers.
There's a flag on the
Another flag on the play.
And another flag on the play. So an ineligible downfield. That'll be. Well, so there's
Another flag
6.
on the play. Penalty is defined,
That's
brings the importance in.
be quite a night for the Buccaneers there. You know, I've never, and I like Jimmy, I've never coached in a ball game as a Bowling Green Buccaneer coach where Jimmy Fuqua's been and had less than 15 penalties. Never. And I've been doing this a long time. Here we go, double wing formation. Here's again, Jazz looking at it. Well, he had his back open, going to throw to his football. And now we're going to have another flag thrown. I tell you what, the guy on the far side is enjoying his flag. He is throwing them over there today. Wow.
I think he was saying that Kelly wasn't on the line.
Illegal procedure.
Another flag on the play negates the first down.
Wow. We're headed toward that 15 mark here in the first quarter. Gee whiz. All right. So 4th down and forever. Jenkins got the call. Big shout out to Johnny Daniels tonight. Johnny watching back in Franklinton. So Johnny, hope you are feeling better, sir. Can't wait to see you back up moving around. Snap. Jenkins looking to throw. Takes a step. Now moving. Wants to throw. Gets rid of it. Catch is made by Kelly Daniels, but it's going to be short of the first down. And so that'll be personal foul, roughing the passer. Hang on now. Hold on. Hold the chain. We got a flag thrown on the other side. And let's see, they're going to hold it where it is. So this will be, this is going to be a 15-yard personal foul, roughing the passer. Is roughing the passer 15 or 10?
I believe it's 15. I think it's an automatic first down.
Well, if it's not an automatic first down, it should take the ball to 4th and short. Let's see what they're going to say here.
It's going to be a first down.
It's from the spot of the play. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize that was the case here. I didn't know if it came back to the original spot where it occurred or not. All right. Well, so Bucks now they get the gift of a penalty there to get them moving in the other direction. Well, here we go. Double wing formation. You got Luke Hingle in there. You got Gabe Jazz, and you have Bubby Bryant. Dose of Bubby Bryant on the trap, and he's going to go inside the 5-yard line to the 4.
Looks like Reed Moore and J.T. Bass in the tackle. Brings up 2nd down.
So Bucks can have a first down inside the 1. But they're going to look to get this one in the end zone, Carly, no question.
Absolutely. I think you give another one to Bubby Bryant one more time and punch it in right here.
You got to get in behind that big offensive line and make a push here. Big Leroy Bruce getting it done in there, and there we go inside again, and he's going to be very close. If he's not in the end zone, it'll be a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the line quick.
I think you
Coach told me at the beginning of the year, he said, we're going to go NASCAR this year. That's the first time I've seen NASCAR. And in the end zone, they go touchdown Buccaneers. And Bubby Bryant piles it in there, folks, and that'll do it on that one. That'll run the score to 13-0 with 6:14 remaining in the first period of play. And Alex Brock now coming on to the football field to attempt the extra point. The snap will come from Jude Rawls. The placement by Raiden Rayburn. The kick is up, and it is good. And so at 6:14 of the first period of play, Buccaneers go up 14-0. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back on the Buccaneer Strong Network. I will welcome you back to Dale Gaston Memorial Stadium on the campus of Amite School Center here in Liberty, Mississippi. Buccaneers have just taken a 14-0 lead in 6 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Alex Brock's going to kick it off to the Rebels, and he will put his foot into it. He kicks it deep. The ball is going to come down about the 12-yard line. And here comes the return. Gets around the first Buccaneer, and much better coverage that time, Carly King, for the Buccaneers.
That's the first time we've seen getting down the field, making a tackle, breaking down, not flying in uncontrollably. You're right. The weakness is special teams right now, and you get an athlete back there and you kick it deep, he'll run it back on in a heartbeat.
I can tell you, as you get into the playoffs, you're going to see some better football teams, and you're probably going to see a football team that's seen you before, and then they're going to know all these things. They're going to recognize these things. You're going to have to pick up the pace. So Bucks will have their second play offensively. Loading it up to the right side are the Rebels. Snap. Give back on the inside. Someone's got the ball. He's twisting. He's turning. I think that was number 7 on the play. Bass on the play. JT Bass on the carry there for the Rebels. He's going to pick up 4 yards. Second down and 6 now for the Rebels. And you notice one of the first things I saw right there, defensive line standing up. Going to have to play low here tonight. So a 3-man front for the Buccaneers. Quarterback running, he got room up the middle. He's going to hit by that guy Brumfield. Look at him still fighting. I'm telling you, these cats will battle you to the death.
They're gritty, and again, we're standing straight up. They're getting under our defensive line, making a push. We're going to have to get aggressive if we want to go ahead and shut the doors on this ball.
Let me tell you something. Prevost right there. You put him behind an offensive line like ours. My heavens, gee whiz, he ran the ball tough there. I've been very impressed with Morris on film, number 3. He's been real good on film during the year. So slot both ways. Again, a 3-man front. Quarterback's going to keep it. Brumfield misses the quarterback in the backfield. Tucker Pittman now finally gets his hands on him and makes a play. Brumfield hit him for about a yard at the 1-yard mark. Just couldn't wrap his arms around him. Once again, Prevost filling it up in there.
And another hard run. I mean, they're not just going to lay down for you. You're going to have to come out and make a play.
7 yards on the carry. Second down and 3 now for the Buccaneers.
Homemade ice cream, among others.
Snap, looking to throw. Trying to get Dre. Getting chased by Dre Killingsworth. Ball is away, pass is complete. Have no pass rush, quarterback able to get out.
I wonder with the no pass rush. I wonder if with the no pass rush, they're worried about that screen.
And I mean, that very well could be the case. I don't have a 42 on this roster that I can. Oh, there it is. Okay, 42 is Will Walsh on that one. A freshman out there making a play. Nice job by Will that time. And it'll be first down and 10. 3:45 remaining here in the first quarter of play clock in motion.
Again, standing straight up at the line. There was no pressure on the quarterback. He had all day. Finally, Drake Hillingsworth was able to put a little pressure. He got outside, saw the open man, and fired a good shot at him.
Back to a four-man front. Now they're coming the other way, and Seal runs right by the quarterback. Seal had him, and he just runs right by him. And again, Prevost showing you what an athlete he is right now. Good football right there. And good hustle by Dre right there to get back down the line. And then, of course, Luke Hinkle coming from that safety position to help make the play and only keep that to a 3-yard gain. So he's 2nd and 7.
Again, we had a line blitz coming from the backside. Flew out a little uncontrollably. The quarterback read and saw that he came upfield, went around him.
Got a taste.
Was a great play for Drake Hillingsworth to stay at home, string it out down the line.
So back now, jumping to a 4-man look are the Bucks. Here comes
Another
the pressure.
He's
Here comes the pressure. Ball is fumbled. Ball is loose. And it is covered up by the Buccaneers.
Again, Tucker
Pittman coming up with it.
So they dialed it up again from the backside.
Was that Brumfield or was that Seal that got there?
That wasn't Seal. That was.
Yeah, I think it was Brumfield that had walked out on the edge to come off the edge there. I do believe. Honestly, I wish I had.
I think it was Luke Hingle.
Was it Hingle that got there?
I think it was Hingle.
It was probably, okay. Hingle comes off the edge off the safety blitz, and a nice job right there by Pittman to cover up the football, and a tough one for the Rebels right there who had a drive going. But that Buccaneer defense finally came to put that pressure in there and forced the turnover.
Good call by Coach Dean King, recognizing that we had to put a little heat on it.
Jenkins going to hand it off to Jazz. Jazz got a lot of room to run. He's got the edge. He's on the loose. He's inside the 20, inside the 10, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And that's what happens when you have the threats to spread the field, and they spread it, and you got a guy that can make them pay. And right there, Gabe Jazz does what he's been doing all year long. Gets in the end zone.
Now he has an opportunity to really show you what he's got.
Absolutely. You know, and we were messing with some of them out there the other day. You know, I said, man, you know, Gabe can run, and then it was, well, yeah, but Kelly really runs, you know, that type of thing. Right. But you know what? He's deceptively fast.
Oh, absolutely.
He's quick. He's very quick. He makes good cuts. Here's Brock for the extra point, and it is up and good. Brock has been perfect tonight on his extra point tries. And so the Buccaneers extend that lead out to 21-0 here in the first quarter of play with 2:21. So, you know, Garley, first thoughts as we've started this game, and now we're here where we are with 2 minutes left in the first.
My first fear coming in here was going to come out flat. Coming after homecoming, a big win. You're going against a team that doesn't have a win.
But let me ask you a question. Do you think that the penalties may have been a little
absolutely. I think so. I think
is?
that kills your momentum. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. And the thing you talk about, Jazz, and even Luke Hingle, these are two guys that didn't play football last year. And they're coming out and they're toting the rock for you, and they're doing an excellent job.
That's it. So here's Brock off of a 4-step. Let's see if he can kick it. I tell you, I wonder what he could do with about an 8-step run to that football. But last time he dropped it about the 15. This time he's going to pop it up high. And it's about to the 15. And there's first man miss. And then tackling coming in. And Bass again. You got to give these guys a lot of credit. They run hard. First down and 10. The ball is going to be set at the 31-yard line. The defensive front set at this point is Tucker Pittman, Cam Seal, Leroy Bruce, and Drake Hillingsworth. McGee, Estave, and Brumfield at the linebackers, and a flag is thrown, and illegal procedure is going to be called on the Rebels, and that'll back them up 5 yards. So now they will start at their own 26-yard line on this second drive. Bruce going to jump out of the game right here, and in comes Bryce Graham at the nose. Snap of the football. Fumbled around. Picked up. And this time, Prevost's not going anywhere as he lost the handle on the lost the handle on that.
Coach, I think I got you set up where you want to lose the rest of it.
Well, I tell you, trying to keep up with all of them is a challenge. Well, you have Preston Gerald at one of the corners now for the Bucks. It'll be Tricky Trey Champagne over on the other side, and Landon Powell. Here's Prevost rolling. He's got Dre Killingsworth coming at him. Dre missed him. Floating down the right. He's looking for whatever he can find. He's going to be shoved out of bounds. Looks like that's going to be. It looks like Killingsworth got up, came all the way, and makes a play. I got to see his mom today, and I complimented her son. He has just been a tremendous young man. Came by the house the other day to bring a gun back that they had used to go duck hunting, and here he is. Ray, what you doing? Well, I'm on my way to church.
And I taught his class.
That's right, and you were teaching his class. And he's just a tremendous young man, done a great, and has really.
Super proud of him.
I am too. I'm just super proud of him. He's done a great job. I'm so proud of all of them, but he's a special young man. So Quads to the near side, empty backfield, snap of the football. Wanted to throw the football as the quarterback, Prevost. Prevost's going to feel some pressure from Graham. He's changing his, rerouting his steps. He's going to try to get ahead. There's nobody there. No, my goodness. Dre Killingsworth came in from behind and absolutely.
And he fumbled the ball. I think it was
He
recovered
did
by the
fumble the ball, and I don't blame him. I would have fumbled the ball too and getting hit like that.
What a recovery.
That was a freight train coming in. I'm not sure who got the recovery, but he was hustling to help his quarterback and was able to get over there and make the play. So 4th down, and the punt team will come on. And back deep will go Raiden Rayburn and Luke Hingle. They will partner up in the back end here. And it will be Jaden Morris back to punt the football away for the Rebels. 29 seconds remaining here in the first. Let's see what we can do here. The punt is away. Pretty good kick. Rayburn. And that ball hit Tucker Pittman, and Rayburn had to go over and get it. I think Tucker didn't realize it hit him, and Jaden very smartly goes over and covers it up. And so with 18 seconds left here in the first quarter, the Buccaneers will have an opportunity to get at least one play off here before the end of the quarter. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Creel Brothers Construction, Jenkins Construction and Asphalt, Jim Andrews and Avita Lumber, Michael Engel and Associates, attorney at law, and Burris Construction for their support of Buccaneer Strong Productions and Buck Vision here on Friday night. So penalty was charged to the Buccaneers. Not sure what that was, but that will make, I think, around number 10. And here is Raiden Rayburn. Rayburn to the outside looking for some room. Skips the tackle. What a nice run by Raiden right there as he gets out for about a 12-yard gain right there. Nice job by that young man coming off the edge.
And sneaky speed with him.
He can run, Coach. He can run.
And he's got it in his blood. We talked about that last week.
I'm going to tell you what, his pawpaw, Jerry, could run. Now, his daddy couldn't run out of sight in a week. Jake, I love
But
him,
he would lay a lick to you.
He hit you, but he can't run out of sight in a month. He got Coach Field. Carly, you
He's
and
like
I,
me,
we
too.
were not going to run out of sight. We were wondering why in the world would anybody put us anywhere we got to run. And then we didn't like to run 40s because we only went 3 yards.
Right.
But you can't run 3 yards, bitch, and get in shape. Folks, we're going to take a break here at the quarter. Buccaneers up 21-0. Thank you for watching Buccaneer Strong Productions and Buck Vision. We'll be back momentarily.
cake, sweet tea.
Well, we welcome you back here to Dale Caston Memorial Stadium, Liberty, Mississippi. Buccaneers got a 21-point lead, have the football, first down and 10 at their own 48-yard line. And let's see what the Bucs can do here to open the second quarter. Daniels to the near side, split wide. Jenkins will take the snap, wants to throw, and he's looking deep, and he's got his man Kelly Daniels out there, but he did not lead him in the right direction, and he had him for 6. But Jenkins unable to put the ball on the money.
Not many times you're going to say that LJ's going to overthrow.
Well, I don't know that he did. I think it was more the angle at which he threw it.
Right.
I think he's thinking that Kelly's going to run more to the post than to the back corner, and he just slung it out there. But I can tell you, Kelly's coming back and saying, keep throwing it like that.
Right.
Eventually, I'll get to it. So second down and 10 for the Bucs from their own 48. See the same formation. Jazz at the near wing. Kelly Daniels near us. Here comes Jazz on the Bucs sweep. He's got a lot of room to run. He's got some guards out in front of him, and he's going to pick up. Let's see. They're only going to give him 12. It looked like he might have gotten another yard, but they're going to mark him short of that. But it's still a first down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
And here we go with the guards. Athletic, pulling, lead blockers.
Quick.
Know their assignment.
Well, and again, that's one of those things where that back has got to know to get that hand on the back of that guard. When he makes that move, then I use my speed to get to the outside. Here we go. 4-man front for the Rebels. The give is going to be inside to Bubby Bryant. He's loose up the middle. He's bumbling, stumbling, rumbling down through there across the 25 and down to about the 23-yard line, depending upon the mark. And it looks like it's going to be the 24-yard line.
For another first down.
That'll be a 14-yard pickup.
25-yard line.
And that's the part. Just when you think you got it figured out on the sweep, when you see the motion, here comes the trap back inside.
Right up the middle.
And against a 4-man front, it's very difficult for them to stop this offense. Here we go. Here's a snap. Here's LJ on the keep. And look at LJ go up the middle. He's rumbling, bumbling through there. Good gracious alive. The quarterback inside the 10.
We haven't seen much of that from LJ. We've seen him get outside and get a few yards on a pass, but making some cuts.
Yeah, well, that was a nice job of seeing the gap early and going ahead and sticking it up in there and making
Has
it
some
happen.
lead blockers.
Absolutely. Folks, if they come this way, if they come near the camera here, near to our angle, we might run out of space to get the touchdown. If we do, we apologize. All right, here we go. Twins. They'll get lined up here. Get everybody lined up. Everybody set. Everybody set. Snap of the football. Quick throw. Daniels. Daniels looking to get in the end zone. He's trying, and nothing doing there. And there just wasn't a whole lot of blocking out there. You're not going to be able to do it.
It wasn't
Nobody
anybody
picked up a block right
You
there.
have 2 guys out there. If they would have stayed on their blocks, he makes that one move and he's in the end zone.
Yeah.
Okay?
I love seeing him run the buck sweep.
I do too. Full speed.
Out of the gun. I love to see him get started and see how he makes the cuts. Well, here we go. I think we'll go back traditional right here. And I believe that's going to be the case. Here's your traditional look. Snap of the football. Give's going to be to Bryant. Bryant's just going to rumble that thing and bang and bang and bang and still on his feet and into the did he get in, Coach? And he did. Touchdown. My goodness, what a run by Bubby Bryant. Just keeping those legs moving. You know, he's hard to bring down. Low center of gravity, big physical.
He runs hard. One thing that I was only concerned about him early in the season is where he was toting the ball. I mean, it's like a loaf of bread. He had it out there, but he's kept it tucked in. He's handling business. I know we had issues with fumbling the ball early in the season, but it looks like that's something that we fixed going along the way here.
So Alex Brock's on for the extra point. The snap is good, the hold is perfect, and the kick is good. And Brock tacks on his 4th of the night and a 28-0 lead for the Buccaneers with 9:36 remaining in the second quarter. You know, if you noticed, well, you may not notice before the game because we were busy doing other things, but the entire team set up 2 tunnel lines for every running back to run through, and they're trying to strip that ball from them and take it away from them. It's been something that's been a point of attention for Coach Johnson all year to go back. How do we fix this? You know, and And of course, I'm so impressed with what he's been able to accomplish. You know, having him come in last year, just came in and volunteered and helped with offense and put the offense in. I think it was great for him to do that, and then to be able to bring him on in January and make this thing work. I tell you, I'm just thrilled to death at where we are with our program right now.
And the kids are bought into it.
And the kids are buying into it. They love this guy. They love this guy. You know, he's been able to reach them and teach them and do what he needs to do, and it's been a lot of fun. So penalty there, something must have been a personal foul of some sort because it was a 15-yarder. And so Brock will kick off from the 45 of ASC. And here's the kick, and he is going to kick it deep, and he is going to kick it into the end zone, and they will come out to the 20-yard line with the Rebels. As Alex continues to progress over the next couple of years, I sure hope by next year he's kicking that thing in the end zone from the other 40.
I agree 100%. And it's not from lack of trying.
Oh, no,
he's at home practicing. He's got his own field goal coach.
Absolutely.
Another great kid.
Absolutely, just a wonderful young man. And you know, even with the struggles that he has with his hearing, he never lets anything like that get in his way, ever. He never makes it a crutch. He's determined at what he does. So Twins to the near side of the field, and the quarterback's going to look to throw. He throws quick, and there's a guy out here to block it. Trey Champagne gets a piece of the running back, or the receiver out there. Pretty nice job by Trey, because somebody was late getting out there to help.
And again, breaking down and making an open field tackle is one of the hardest tackles you'll make in football.
That is.
And he broke down and made the play.
But not before a 6-yard pickup and 2nd down and 4.
Trey made a comment to me after the game last week. I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, I was impressed. You played well." He said, "I said they picked on you early." He said, "I told you I was ready. I told you I was ready."
Here it comes. Quick look. They're giving it on the run. And there he is, that guy again, John Parker Brumfield, there to make the play.
I don't know what he has tonight. 17 tackles last week.
At 18.
Defensive player, 18.
Yeah, 18 tackles last week, and he played just, I think he played one drive in the second half. That's first half.
Right.
I mean, he was everywhere. What a game he had last week. So here you go, 3rd down and short. See what the Bucks and the Rebels have in store for us on this one. I'm thinking quarterback. Here he comes. Quarterback keeping the football. He's looking to get outside, and I don't know. Yep, they're gonna say he crossed over and got the 1st down. So 1st down for the Rebels. But nice job by the Buccaneers to hold that to a shorter game than what it could have been.
And Tucker Pittman, kudos to him, staying on the line, staying flat across the line, staying at home. He turned it back in. Great job there on the defensive end by him. And that's another kid that's matured over the season.
Absolutely.
You know, he's coming into his own.
So once again, shotgun formation, split backs beside motion coming. Buccaneers almost jump off sides. They stay home though, no flags. And a timeout is called by the Rebels. Looked like the Buccaneers thought that they had moved and they jumped, but they didn't get over the line.
Right.
So
they were checking on it.
Currently, the Centerville Tigers taking on the Wayne Academy Jaguars right down the road in Centerville, Mississippi. About 20 minutes down the road, 7-0 is the current score. Centerville out in front of Wayne Academy. Try to keep you up to date on that one, as that's a big game. Bucks undefeated in the district. Centerville undefeated in the district going into tonight. The two teams play next week. Buccaneers look as if they're on their way to win tonight. And if the Tigers win, then that sets up one dandy. Next Friday night,
District championship on the line. And that's another team. And they're going to come out, you know, I mean, I haven't seen film on Centerville, but I would have to believe they're not going to give you a 4-man front. They're going to play a 5-3.
They're going to play a 5-3. Jason Bradham will have them in a 5-3. And I have watched film on them, and they're a physical football. They're typical. It's a typical Centerville football team. They're going to be Magnum. They're going to jump in the H-back from now and then. Here we go, H-back now for the Rebels. And a nice job there on a little RPO. And Trey Champagne was thinking he was being held out there. And
Well, it's kind of blocked him in the back. They did.
got
They got away with one there.
That old boy over there has thrown numerous flags tonight, but he did not throw one there. Pickup of 7 yards there on that play, and it'll bring up 2nd and 3. And that's one of those times where you just got to go attack that quarterback, and that's what the RPO is, a very tough thing to defend. Here it comes. Now he's going to keep it and run it. He cuts back to the middle, and a nice job right there of Prevost battling through there and able to make some plays and kick it back through, and it'll be a first down for the Rebels.
And they're making some substitutions, but again, we're standing up on the front line.
Absolutely.
We're not staying low. We're not making any.
Well, but do you think, Harley, here you jumped up quick, 28-0, 6 minutes left, you kind of deflate?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you gotta believe that you lose a little bit of that edge, and that's the part that you worry about as you get down into these late games. You can't have that. You gotta stay up the entire time. Here we go. Snap, looking for a quick throw. Ball's up in the air, and the ball is going to be knocked away by Trey Champagne. Nice coverage right there.
Great play. Looked like he
Powell back there.
Looked like he kind of had a move on him. He was burnt, but quarterback kind of threw it a little short. He was able to catch back up and make a play on it.
And Powell was there at the safety over the top, so always an opportunity that he might do something there. Same formation we just saw, H-back to the near side. Here comes motion out of Walsh. Walsh going to get it on a quick toss, and Walsh is going to be hit quickly and taken down. That's a nice job out there by Brody Estee.
Maddox McGee.
Maddox McGee. Is that McGee out there, 14? Maddox McGee with a nice job on that. You know, Maddox has done a really nice job playing that outside linebacker, and he really complements those two inside guys in Estee and John Parker Bromfield.
And this is not to take away from any kid out there on the field, but I guarantee you Maddox McGee knows every position out there, knows all the assignments. Football smart. He's probably the smartest guy out in the field, knowing what's going to happen next.
He's got a lot of intelligence. There's no question about it. He really understands the game. So JT Bass coming to the sideline. He's had a really good night. He's a tough kid. Really impressed with watching Bass play here tonight. Twins to the near side, single back in the backfield, twins to the top of your screen. Snap of the football, quarterback wants to throw it. Pressure trying to come. Here comes Hingle coming from the backside. Drake Killingsworth knocks the ball away again.
And Tucker Pittman.
The ball is picked up again. Is that Tucker's third recovery?
Well, he's the one that actually caused the fumble.
Did he?
Drake came up in front. Tucker came to the back.
Tucker causes the fumble, and there we go. And you know, I'm gonna tell you, when you're a smaller quarterback, that long length those guys have is intimidating.
It is.
It's very tough. So another turnover, and Coach Dan Ware has got to be scratching his head, saying, "Guys, we are moving the football, but we are shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties."
Which is, you know, I mean, you got.
With turnovers. With turnovers. Yeah.
Again, a young team. Similar to Columbia, we saw another young team.
Yeah.
Both teams, I mean, next year you better watch out. These guys are going to have a little bit of anger coming back at you. That they're young and they're gritty and they don't quit. So,
They're working at it.
but on the other side of the ball, Tucker Pittman, to me, this is one of the best games he's had defensively.
Absolutely. He's playing very well. Playing very well right now. So, all right, let's look forward. You got Centerville next week. We know what we're going to get. You got Cade Arnold, coming in at that left tackle, big strong guy.
You say Arnold? Is he related to?
That's Will's son.
Oh, okay.
Now, we always like to compare fathers and sons and such as this, but that's unfair to do to a kid like Cade, because Will's just a rare animal. And when I say animal,
I'm pretty
as
sure
our
he
friend-
gave me a concussion, Mike.
Absolutely, and I'm here to tell you that I am without a doubt. Andy Creel had it best when he put that dozer blade down and came downhill. You were done. But you know, looking forward, that's going to be a struggle next week with that offensive front. Here's the H-back set for the Bucks. Yeah, up, quick throw to Kelly Daniels. Kelly got some space, up the sideline, breaks the tackle, into clear, speed. Touchdown, Buccaneers. There it is. That's the electricity we've been waiting for from Kelly. Find a way to get him in space.
And all you got to do is make one block. If you give him a little room,
Yeah.
he's going to make the rest of it happen. Just give him a minute to do it.
And you know, it was one of the things that that we talk about with Coach Johnson. Coach Johnson will formation you, and then all of a sudden, he's found the formation where you've forgotten somebody, and the next thing you know, you have a huge play like that.
And it's taken a couple of weeks. You know,
Yeah.
you knew who you were before Kelly got here, and then you kind of had to change things up to make sure he was being used.
And the snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good.
And I think they've done a great job of utilizing that and coming out, giving you different looks,
Absolutely.
and that's helped out a lot.
I think you're exactly correct, Carly, and that'll take it to, well, the scoreboard is showing 34. I thought I couldn't tell if I saw the hands go up. It was no good. So the kick was no good by Brock on that one. So it'll stay at 34-0 here in the second quarter of play. So Buccaneers will come back out. Now, every time you come out like this, I want to say, all right, are we going to get any better on this kick? Can we get any better on the special teams end on this kick? So let's see. Brock getting set up to kick it away. So Alex getting himself set. Cam Sale getting everybody ready. And down he goes. And here's your kick. Kick is away, high kick. Going to come down about the 12-yard line. Here comes Prevost on the return. Or is that number 6 on the return, Ethan Andrews? Yep, that was Ethan Andrews on the return. He's going to get out past the 35-yard line. So pretty good return out of Andrews right there.
He only had one man to beat. Thankfully, he was broke down ready for him to push him on out of bounds.
So the ball will be marked at the 37-yard line, first down and 10 for the Rebels, who have moved the football at times and have really shot themselves in the foot with turnovers.
You get a stop here. Do you start Southern?
Well, you want to get the football game to 35 because once the ball game's at 35, you're at a running clock. And for Coach Johnson, you know, that was something he talked about tonight. If we can get to the running clock, get our starters out, let some young guys play, and not get anybody hurt, that's what we want to do. 4-man front, here comes the run, and Hingle is there. Pretty decent job out of the Bucks there. Got to do a little better job of squeezing this building. Pick up a 4 yards there, and you can bet Centerville Academy is going to be watching this. They run this same style of H-back offense, and they're watching to see how the Buccaneers defense it.
And they got some horses.
And if they don't do it right, they will expose you. Here we go, H-back again to the far side, to the top of your screen there. 2 wideouts, snap to the quarterback, quarterback keep. He's looking for some room, and he's not going to find much, maybe a couple of yards. He'll go out to the 45-yard line. That'll bring up third down. They'll mark it just past the 35-yard line. So it'll be third and short. I got to tell you, I believe the same play's coming.
I wouldn't run it different.
I wouldn't run a different one. He's gotten the first down every time he's done it. To get back in the 2-back set, to get that extra blocker in there against a 4-man look. Snap of the football. Here comes the quarterback. He's coming downhill, and he's going to be hit by Dre and not get there. And it'll be 4th down.
It doesn't say here on the roster, Prevost. What year is Prevost?
Very short game.
I'm not sure. Senior, yeah, eight
like
is
a
a
senior.
senior. 8 is a senior, yeah. 8 is
He
a senior.
plays like a senior.
So it'll be 4th and short now. So here we come again. And, you know, what caused the little hiccup there was the snap being high to Prevost. So let's see if the snap can get down and if they can make a play here. Buccaneers going to stay in that 4-man front. Not going to change what they're doing. Here comes the motion across. There's a snap. They're coming with him again. And he is going to get the first down. He will get enough. They will mark it his forward progress.
Drake Killingsworth had a little chip.
Dre Haney just couldn't
Had him
hold
dead
on.
to rice and couldn't hold on to it.
Long enough.
First down for the Rebels. 2 minutes, 52 seconds and counting here in the second quarter of play. Buccaneers have been able to create turnovers tonight. Let's see what they can do here. We got Pittman, Killingsworth, Graham, and Sam Blanchard across the front. All coming back the other way. There is, and look at Blanchard. What a play by Sam Blanchard right there. He really did a nice job. That's what we call squeeze and spill. He did a really nice job of squeezing and coming out.
And Brody Estave coming in to assist there on the tackle
Absolutely.
too. And that's something you're going to consistently have to do next week to win the football game.
Absolutely.
And in games like this, you know, we haven't really seen a ton of Blanchard there in the defensive end.
Right.
But in games like this, the coach is able to see what he has in some of these guys that haven't had the time as much as some of these older guys are coached.
He's another very intelligent guy. Here comes the quarterback. Look at Sam fighting it. Coming off here. Oh. And there comes a flag right there. They're going to get a block in the back, and that's going to take away a near first down, and that's going to back the football up right here. And, you know, that's one of those hits that 25 years ago nobody pays attention to, but in today's game, it's going to happen, and you can't do that. So
It was taught to do it 25 years ago.
well, that's true. That's true. We were. So let's see. They're showing third down. It would seem to me that, well, if it's a dead ball, so it's a dead ball foul, and so it'll be third down now, and 15 for the Rebels of ASC. So that's a huge mistake right there. Twins to both sides. Single back in the backfield. Here comes motion across. Snap. Quick throw out. Receiver has it, and he's going to be hit hard.
Big Bryce
McGee makes the first lick on him. Maddox McGee hits him first. Or was that correction? That's Landon Powell with the first initial contact, and then Bryce Graham came in on top of him and puts him down. Pickup of, I will say, about 2 to 3 yards on that one, and it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field here. 30 seconds left. This is a good call by Coach Dan Ware to see and make something happen here.
You know, right there, it looked like it was open. It looked like, you know, something that could have been busted, but you had good pursuit coming from your defensive line.
Yeah.
And you had your DB step up and make a play right there in the open field.
Here comes the motion coming across. Going to set it. Timeout is going to be called with 9 seconds left. Play clock was dwindling down there. And so, essentially, I believe we'll have one more play here. Now, knowing, let's just say, that within outside of 9 seconds, this play is over. Bucks get the ball back. Do you take a shot? First half.
I think you do.
You know, plus side of the football field, do you take your guy and you say, okay, let's give him a chance to make a play?
Give him a chance. It's running clock at that point.
At that point, it'll be running clock. Yep, absolutely.
And I think you go back to him on the same play that you missed him on to begin with. I think there's
absolutely.
a mismatch there. If you can see that he's single coverage, go at him.
So they're going to punt the football here on 4th down. Gotta believe you go fair catch here. You just go fair catch. Fair catch the ball.
He's not going to.
He's not going to fair catch it. Here he goes. He's going to try to run it. And that's going to end the first half of play. Nothing wrong with that. And so at the end of the first half of play, Buccaneers walk away with a 34-0 lead. We'll be back with second half action very shortly.
Down front.
started live.
Well, we welcome you back. Dale Caston Memorial Stadium, Liberty, Mississippi, kicking off second half. It'll be Alex Brock. Set to kick it deep, been averaging about the 15-yard line on his kicks. And here we go, underway. Nice kick. Going to drive back to about the 10 this time. Here comes Caden Schlegel down. And knocking the returner out of bounds is going to be Trey Champagne, along with Jesse Gaines. You know, it's interesting. Schlegel loves contact so much he went away from the man with the ball and found somebody else
hit. It could have been a little late.
Absolutely.
Coach, I got a few stats for us from the first half. With a total of 271 yards offense by Bowling Green, you had 101 yards by Kelly Daniels and 2 touchdowns, 77 yards by Gabe Jazz with 1 touchdown, 50 yards and 2 touchdowns from Bubby Bryant. Your leading tackler is going to be Dre Killingsworth, 5 plus a sack. J.P. Bromfield, 7 tackles. Luke Hingle with 3 tackles, a sack plus a fumble. And you got Tucker Pittman with two tackles, a sack, a forced fumble, and 2 fumble recoveries. Big first half for the Buccaneers.
I tell you what, big first half. Maddox McGee right there reading that play all the way. It went empty, went with the quad set, knowing they're trying to throw it out there, and he just attacked the center of that mass of folks and able to knock that ball away. So second down and 10 for the Rebels. I think he's kind of upset with himself that he didn't catch the ball. That's what he brings, though, Carly, to the defensive set, is just the 6th sense of being able to do that. So here we go, lining it back up, walking out in the 4-man front. Here comes motion the other way. And now there's the give inside, ball's on the ground, fumble, ball's loose, and
Bowling Green.
The Buccaneers have picked it up. Big Bryce Graham coming out of that hole with it with those big paws of his. And boy, I tell you what, if you're Coach Dan Ware, you just got to feel like, where in the world is the rattlesnake, and can he please go away?
Well, fortunately for that coach, they both agreed to a running clock, so we didn't have to hit the 35 mark. They want to, try to keep the players safe and get out of here.
And I think that's a smart thing on all sides. So you'll see a lot of substituting here in the second half. Buccaneers are going to come out, and it'll be Raiden Rayburn under center. The backfield will see Rhett Schilling. In the backfield, we'll probably see Jesse Gaines possibly at the fullback. We will see Jesse at the fullback. And Jace Miller at the tailback. Here's the give to Schilling on the buck sweep. He's got room to run straight up the middle inside the 25. And he'll be taken down there. 9-yard run right there for Rhett Schillings. And, that kind of got fouled up in the backfield. But, man, those guards got pulled around there and did a nice job of opening a hole.
I think we could have picked up yardage there, Coach. You think we could have made it?
Yeah, Beauvier, Austin Beauvier out there right now playing one of those guards. He's just a tough cat. Just a guy that really gets after it. Jude Rawls out there also at that guard position. Well, here we go. Rayburn under center. Snap of the football. He's going to give it to Gaines, and Gaines can't get anything. Ball is fumbled by Gaines, and Rayburn, Johnny on the spot to pick it up. They ripped that ball out of there.
They ripped it right out.
Yeah, they ripped that ball right out of there.
Yeah, that play went one direction and wound up in another.
Really?
And that's one of those things where Jesse will learn that over time. When you take the football, you got to hit the hole.
Absolutely.
If you're going to play the fullback position,
lower
you
your
got to
shoulder
hit the hole.
pads and get some positive yardage.
Now here's an interesting one for you. If you get down here, do you let Alex Brox take a shot right here? If you don't get the first down, do you let him kick a field goal? I say yes.
Absolutely. Give him that practice in a game situation.
Absolutely.
Long field goal.
Strong formation to the near side. Rayburn takes the snap. Straight sprint by Rayburn, and nothing doing right there. Pretty good job defensively. I think he might have been able to go ahead and get outside, and he just didn't do it.
Brought down by Greer Van Norman.
Seeing what Coach Johnson, I think he's going to leave the offense out there. I'd really like to see Bullseye get out there and try to get a kick in.
I just don't know that he's got a 50-yarder in him.
Maybe not.
but heck, it'd be fun to see. But anyway, it'll be 4th down and a very, very long 6 yards for the Bucks. 7 minutes and 11 seconds here in the running clock, 34-0 Buccaneers. Rayburn eating up as much clock as he can.
He's going to have a false start here.
And a false start is going to be called. That'll be a 5-yard penalty there, so that'll back it up. Not sure who they called it on, but he was sure it happened. So what do you do right here? Do you go back to your buck sweep, or do you try to throw it right here?
I would go to my buck sweep.
I believe I'll go buck right here and see if Shillings can do something with it. You also have Jay Spiller, the senior over there, who has been hurt all year and has not been in a football game much. I seem to give it to him on the buck right here. Austin in the backfield. Here's buck sweep right there, and here's Shillings cutting it back up the middle, and he's going to be stopped after a pickup of a couple of yards, and they will turn it over, and the defense will come back on the football field.
And, you know, especially I know we got some of the younger ones in and learning, but this goes back to what we were before Kelly Daniels. You get a false start, or you get a penalty, and you're running just a one-dimensional offense. It's hard to ever get out of that hole.
You better clean it up before next week, because the Centerville Tigers putting it on Wayne Academy 28-7 at halftime. And so you've got a formidable opponent coming to Franklinton next week that is not going to show a whole lot of mercy. So here comes the pull, quick RPO throw out to the side. Here is Engel out there making a play. Nice job by Luke Engel there to make a play.
Luke Engel's had a awesome night.
He's had a good night. Had a good night flying around to the football.
And like we would go back to talking about, he didn't play last year. It just seems every game he's getting a better nose for where the football is.
Got a few other scores for you. Down in Amite, Hartfield Academy 40, Oak Forest nothing. Hartfield's very good this year. Cathedral 22, Silliman 7, Park Lane 21, ACCS 14 at halftime. So some scores are coming in here for you folks. And a penalty call on the Rebels. We'll assume that that is a personal foul of some sort. Backs them up. And so it'll be 2nd down and forever for the Rebels of AFC. Play clock starts here. And shotgun formation. Prevost takes the snap. He's going to run it. He's going to search the middle, and he is going to be hit and dropped. Pretty good job of that defensive front holding their ground up there and making it very difficult. And you'll take those all day long when you're in the third, a second and very long, third and very long.
I had a chance to speak with Coach Daniels, the defensive coordinator, and we had a discussion about if we stand up next week, like we've kind of been standing up this week, they're going to pour it to us. And I saw him preaching to that defensive line that things are going to have to change. You're going to have to get a little more physical if you're playing to win next week.
Absolutely. Better be on your P's and Q's. Now they want to throw the football. Pressure coming. Pressure coming. 3-man rush didn't get it. Here's Powell. Powell's going to make the play. Nice job by Landon Powell to stay at home. And here come the Indians, so to speak, to put it on him.
They throw a late flag. You know, and it really, as unnecessary as that was, I think they should have called the play Devlin Powell.
Oh, they should have called it there.
But they never did, and it led to that.
Now, the problem is, you tell kids to play the whistle, their job's to take you to the ground. And if you don't have a whistle, well, then, then that's what happens. So, either way. Still going to be 4th down unless they call it a dead ball or they call it not dead ball.
Third down and short.
depending upon the spot, looks like he might be a little short.
First down, Rebels.
Okie dokie. Favorable spot.
You know, with all this huddle technology and things that are coming out, maybe eventually we'll have a replay.
Well, you know, I think the technology that we have, we might be able to do it, but the question is, are we smart enough to pull it off? I know I'm not.
I'm not either, Carol.
Minute and 30 left here in the third quarter as it continues to roll. ASC has it first down and 10. Comes the quarterback. He's going to be hit, and he keeps driving his feet. He'll be brought down. And let's see what they will call, and they will give him a yard. Let's see where the spot is going to be. And pick up about a yard on the play.
Well, I know we
Continues to roll here.
made some a couple of substitutions here or there, but at what point do you get your defense off the field?
Well, the thing about it is they're not going to be able to take their first team off the field because they want to score. And so you got a group of defensive guys that don't want to give up the score. They don't want to give it up, right? And so it becomes a pride thing at that point. Now, I think there have been a couple of kids mixed in here or there defensively, but you know, it's kind of hard to tell a kid. You got a kid like Tucker Pittman, you got a kid like McGee, you got a kid like Champagne, Gerald. They need reps.
Absolutely.
They need reps.
My fault on the camera,
Yeah.
not getting there. Preston Gerald made a great defensive play, putting his hands up, not pass interference, close a distance with the receiver, and was able to break up the pass.
Rebost. Almost got to snap away We're going to the end of the third quarter. That'll do it for the third quarter. They'll flop the location of the football on the other side of the field. And we will have 12 more minutes.
Student section in the bleachers. So if you're interested in buying a program, move down to the student section of the
Get this thing back on the road here. So into the third quarter, play 34-0 still. Buccaneers, all points scored in the first half.
Coach, let's talk about PowerPoints.
Okay.
We have Centerville next week. Oak Forest losing to Hartfield.
Correct.
You know, that's not going to help our cause. If ACCS can come back and beat Parkland, that would help us.
Yeah.
Obviously, we need to win out.
Right, AC needs to win. Now, right now we got a 2-point cushion at 27 power points versus Tri-County's 25. Now, Tri-County's undefeated, but Tri-County hasn't played as many 5A opponents as we have. And so I think that's where the edge is coming in. And of course, Adams is winning games. Oak Forest has won games, and we get a point for when that occurs. Now, obviously, tonight, if we're sitting here, we're pulling for Adams County to come back and win the football game. We really, obviously, would want Oak Forest to win, but they are really banged up right now, and they're saving to try to get to Park Lane because they know that's a must-win. So we need Adams to come back and win tonight against Park Lane. We need Oak Forest to beat Park Lane. It tremendously helps us. Now, if we win, again, if you win next week, you're the district champion. That's a big deal, and that puts you in a good spot. Now, if you can beat Oak Forest, that's even better. That just turns it into something that's even more special. But you know, the way things look, there's some of the teams that are sitting there with power points, and in District 4-2. In 4-2A, District 2, they're going to cannibalize each other because a lot of them hadn't played yet. Right. So there's going to be some cannibalization there. Let's just be honest. Everybody's chasing Tri-County. Yeah, Rebels are good now. They're for real. Central Hines is a very good football team, and you know, we kind of looked at the bracket last week. If it ended this way, we were a 1 seed, Tri-County was a 2 seed. And it looked as if we would be sitting there playing possibly Wayne or Lee in the first round. Now, interesting to see what do the PowerPoints look like this way. It's going to jumble itself up over the next week.
So either way, if we're a 1 or a 2 seed, are we going to get a first round bye?
We will get if we're 1 or a 2, we're going to get a first round bye. Here's Rayburn. taking a run down the field across the 40, inside the 35, near the 30-yard line. Well, I tell you what, Rayburn ran the quarterback sweep there.
You also had the interception to give us the ball back
Absolutely.
in.
Tremendous job out of that young man.
So we're sitting in 1-2. We get a bye.
And
It's
if
just
you can win out to get to the semis, you'll play the semis at home.
Right.
And that obviously, if you're in that position, is where you want to be, because it's always more comfortable to play those games at home and get to have that opportunity on November the 17th to go to Jackson Academy and play for a state championship. But a lot of football got to be played,
Exactly.
and next week's the key game. Double wing formation. Rayburn's going to let that clock just run down. He's going to take it for every second. And this is where your coaching comes in with Jason Johnson, working with this young man, because he knows this is going to be your future guy under center. Snap of the football. Give to the big fullback. And he's going to bruise his way forward. That is going to be Boyd.
Boyd played last night. Big game. 18-0.
He played a big game last night, but I'm going to tell you what, he is tough as a box of rocks. No doubt about it. And he rumbling, bumbling for 5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 5
Coach, when you're
for the Bucks.
from Mount Hermon, Louisiana, you ain't got a choice but to
You don't have to. He's from, look, he's out there scored, Sunny Hill? I'm not sure, wherever it is. He's in the woods.
That's it.
I remember last year driving by his house, coming from turkey hunting, and he had the turkey and I didn't. I had to stop and take a look at it. Double win. Once again, 9 minutes remaining. Rayburn just going to let that thing run down. Be interested to see if we see Jace Miller with the football right here. There's going to be a 5-yard penalty on a jump. Just couldn't hold the water. And so that'll back them up 5. And the Buccaneers will get to do 2nd down from 2nd and 10 instead of instead of 2nd and 5. Well, Rayburn setting it up. Letting that clock roll again. Snap of the football. Jim's going to be the shilling, finding a little hole, diving forward.
And that's how you run the football. Lower your shoulder pads, get upfield, make sure you have positive yardage.
He's going to lower his shoulder pads and get upfield. Nice job by Red right there, picking up what he could. Well, he picks back up what was lost on the penalty. Bring up a 3rd and 5. Double wing formation once again. Rayburn going to let it drip down here. Again, 7:46 remaining, 34-0 Bucks. Snap of the football. Here's Jace Miller going to take it on the Buck sweep. Into the outside, turning the corner, running downfield. He's got the speed. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Number 24 on the carry.
It's good to see the senior get in there and make a play. He has not practiced. I think he practiced 3 days in the summer and then was out with a back injury for the longest time and hadn't practiced. He hadn't been able to practice and get in to do anything. So very good to see Jace get in there and get his opportunity to run the football.
He's got some wheels.
He can fly when he gets in the open. And nice job by him to get out in front and to make a play. Well, that'll take it to 40. And with the extra point, if it is good, and it is, that'll be 41. And now a little extracurricular activity. And now here we go with flags again. Flags going everywhere.
It's just uncalled for at this point in the game.
It's uncalled for on both sides.
That's right.
Both sides. But you know there's got to be a lot of frustration.
Oh, absolutely.
You know there's got to be a lot of frustration. And I tell you what, my senior year of football, I was in the position that the ASC Rebels were in. We didn't win a football game. And I can remember the frustration that you go through as a player when you give it your all and it just doesn't happen. You know, it's tough.
I remember that my junior year when we were 1-10,
Yeah.
and then Derrick Hendrick made his comeback to Bowling Green. 2 losses after you go 1-10, then you lose 2.
That's it.
My senior year. At that time, we didn't have PowerPoints, and we lost 2 district games. If you lose 2 district
Well, I'll be
games,
honest with
you don't go to the
one game I
playoffs.
don't think you lost. I believe it was Kapaya Academy.
We
got in. Sorry.
Augie King.
Augie King got in the end zone, my friend. He was in, no questions asked. So that penalty was marched off against the Rebels, and now Brock's going to kick this one off from the 45 of ASC. Brock puts the foot into it, and he is going to put it, and it is going to go into the end zone, and they will break that one out. And a flag thrown. Not sure who that was going to be on, but a flag was thrown. Right out in the middle of the field.
Maybe some going back and forth.
Well, I'm not sure if it came from the sideline or if it came from the coach. But another unsportsmanlike conduct. Well, it was both of them. So offsetting penalties.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams.
And that's just got to stop. Just got to stop. 4 minutes, 30 seconds remain in this one. So Bucks are going to extend their record to 6-2. Perfect record in the district. And that'll set up next Friday night under the lights at W.E. Buckellen Stadium. The Centerville Tigers and the Bowling Green Buccaneers.
Old school football,
Old
baby.
school football Friday night. Old school football. Hey, you know, I remember the first time we beat Centerville ever, and I happened to be coaching that football team, and it was 15-13, and that was, I will never forget that night. That was a special, you know, at the time, not very many people were beating Bill Hurst.
That's right.
And it hadn't happened a whole lot through the years.
Anytime you get a chance to beat him, it's something special.
It is special. It is special. And now Jason Brabham is back there is back at Centerville, and he is doing a tremendous job as well. He is back as the head of school over there, and also out coaching football. And he will have them ready to play.
Oh, absolutely.
Next
I mean, that was
Friday
another
night.
school when he was coaching over Forest.
Absolutely.
If you could get a win there,
You
that
did
was big.
something. You did something.
Bill Hurst, my senior year, we went and played them at Centerville. It was in the middle of a tropical storm, and we won 12-7.
That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. H-back formation. Snap. Provost wants to throw. He's got a man on a slant, and it's caught over the middle. And Schlegel makes the stop over the middle. Good job out of the Bucks there. Making them work for it. You know, this is a flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Rebels. And so they will back them up 15.
The quarterback's trying to get his team to kind of calm down. He pointed at the clock. You know, there's not much time left. Let's get out of here.
Right. Well, and two, the quarterback wants to score. He's out there trying to lead his team. I give him a lot of credit. He's out there battling.
And he's
taking some licks now.
He just kept on trucking. I don't think he's had to step out of the game one time.
Only under 2 minutes now left in this football game. A lot of backups in on defense. Snap of the football. There's the, didn't get a good squeeze and spill there. There's a lick pass right there. That is Jesse Gaines coming across and squaring up. You know, we talked about Gaines last week. Sophomore, I think this kid is really going to develop into a very good football player. His frame is already pretty good at about 185, 190, and he could probably carry 215. And into the ball game now, one Cody Como, the man, the myth, and the legend, is in the ball game. Cody Como in the game, going to get after that quarterback, try to make a play. Ball's up in the air. Rayburn back there. Right. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Schlegel going for the football. Raiden going for the football.
And that's
and
one thing you're
Rayburn down.
one thing you're trying to escape. You
His
got a minute
injuries.
left. His injuries. You're talking about two guys that come in and play week in and week out.
It looked like it was his thigh. I don't believe it was his knee. I think it's going to be more of his thigh than it is anything else.
He's a tough kid. I think he may have the breath knocked out of him.
Well, he took one in the chops, but I think it's that thigh. I think
he's
when
got
we
one
go
leg.
back and watch on camera, we're going to see, and it looks like it's probably going to be that thigh. Curtis Willie now going to come in and replace Rayburn at the corner. Now, when was the last time you saw a cornerback wearing number 99?
I've never seen him, Coach. This will be a first for me.
This will be a first for me, too. You know, a lot of times you say, man, I've seen it all. And every time you say something like that, you better forget it because that doesn't work that way. Here, Willie.
I would not be surprised if they picked on Willie on this play, Coach.
I would almost guarantee it. There's a snap, but it's going to be a bad snap. And here comes Cody Como. He's getting after it. Here he goes, chasing the quarterback. And Colby Robertson giving chase. The ball is away, and it is going to be incomplete. What a great job by Prevost to get away from 10 people.
Get away from the
Gee
pressure.
whiz.
Get rid of the ball. Brings up fourth down and about a yard.
36 seconds remaining. This one's going to run out. Nobody's going to have to snap the football on this one, and this one will just end right here. Unless the Rebels are trying to run another play. Looks like they want to try to run another play. So we've got a new score. Central now 28-14. Early third quarter. Jaguars able to come out and get a big score first. Here, Prevost. Prevost going to run it to the near side. Willie working his way out there. Got a little hold, and that one will do it. That'll do it for this ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, been a joy to bring it to you. Buccaneers win this one, 41-0. Come out next week, W.E. Buck Helen Stadium. It'll be the Central Tigers and the Bowling Green Buccaneers for what we expect to be the district championship ball game. It's going to be an electric atmosphere. Come out and join us. We will be on the air.
Absolutely.
We will be on the air, and the wise one will be back. Spent the night with his son, and we want to say happy birthday to Kingsley. Hope he had a great night. We want to thank our sponsors, Creel Brothers Construction, Jenkins Asphalt and Construction, Burris Construction, Mr. Jim Andrews and Abito Lumber, and Mr. Mikey Hingle and Associates Attorney at Law. Ladies and gentlemen, for my dear friend,
Harley King.
Harley, the Councilman King, I'm Phil Junkins saying so long, everybody.